Finally, back to Spider-Man. Okay, let's see. If you missed the last episode, which you can see right here by clicking this box, you would know all about how Peter Parker got his powers from a magic spider that just happened to be radiated, and how he made a deal with the devil. Oh, and how he killed Mary Jane with his radioactive, secretions. It might sound crazy, but trust me, there is still a ton of silly shit to talk about when it comes to Spider-Man. I'm Jocelyn the intern. I do all the research nobody else wants to, straight from the desk of Death Battle. Speaking of silly shit, let's talk about the Spider-Man Sins Past storyline, where Peter finds out that his dead ex-girlfriend, Gwen Stacy, cheated on him and secretly had genetically modified twins that live solely to kill Spider-Man. Oh, and who did she cheat on him with? Norman goddamn Osborn. That's who. Yep, the Green Goblin himself. In fact, the very same Green Goblin that killed Gwen Stacy. So not only did Norman kill Peter Parker's long-term girlfriend, he also seduced her and got her knocked up behind his back. That is low, even for a supervillain. Unfortunately, superheroes also have their own low points too, and one special example of this is the time Spider-Man built the Spider-Mobile. Dun-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh wait, wrong franchise. You see, Corona Motors, a company that had just made a non-polluting car engine, wanted to market it by using it in the first official Spider-Mobile. At first, Peter said, and keep in mind I'm paraphrasing here, "Lol, no, cars are stupid." And then he remembered he had to pay rent and stuff, so he said, "JK, I'll take one Spider-Mobile, please." Peter then enlists the Human Torch to help him build it, which gets done in like 1 page. Peter, being relatively stupid, almost commits a dozen cases of vehicular manslaughter with his new Arachnabuggy because he never got a driver's license, and he has no idea how to drive. Luckily, the Human Torch gets to him before any major harm is done and teaches him how to drive. Now, you might be asking yourself why the writers ever thought Spider-Man needed a car. Well, a lot of people would say because they wanted to sell toy versions of it to stupid children. And yeah, they would be right. However, the Spider-Mobile does redeem itself slightly when it's used by Hawkeye and Wolverine in the future to outrun a T-Rex consumed by the Venom symbiote, which might be the most badass thing ever. Enough about comics though, let's talk about all the other wonderful portrayals of the infamous web-slinger. Take for instance the Spider-Man video game on everyone's favorite platform, DOS. A game where you somehow don't get killed by jumping onto the blades of a moving helicopter, and have to avoid what is very clearly R2-D2. Yes, this mammoth steaming turd is easily one of the worst superhero video games ever, and may I remind you, accomplishing that is no easy task, considering the abundance of horrible games in this generation. But however stupid this game might be, it's not as bad as the most heinous plot ever conceived in the Spideyverse. The Clone Saga. Dun dun dun!
No!
Hi.
We only have a few rules here, and you know damn well that one of those is no talking about the Clone Saga. Ever.
Well, then what the hell else am I gonna talk about?
I don't know, maybe you could talk about the horrible movies they made, or maybe, just maybe, you could talk about doing some actual work here.
Whoa, I do 10 times more work than you ever— Hey, wait, that's actually not a bad idea. Get out of my office. I'm going to talk about the worst Spider-Man movie ever.
This isn't an office, it's a closet.
Yeah, 'cause that's all the space you let me have.
Yeah.
Ugh, I swear one of these days I'm gonna— Anyway, prepare yourselves for the horror that is the 80s movie Spider-Man the Dragon's Challenge. It's full of exciting activities such as sleuthing. About 50% of the movie is Spider-Man just creeping around until he and a bad guy awkwardly notice each other and assume fight stances. Then they have an atrociously choreographed fight until Spider-Man webs them and then just runs away. This film is bad. I mean, they had absolutely zero knowledge of how firearms work. Just look at this. Spider-Man wraps this goon's hands up with his finger still on the trigger. This guy could blast the shit out of Spider-Man anytime he wanted, but instead he just gives up his boss's secrets. And then these guys shoot Spider-Man from like a mile away directly in front of him and somehow manage to magic bullet that shit into his arm from the wrong direction, JFK style. I mean, ever heard of Spidey sense? Or sense of continuity while we're on the subject? Wow, you guys rock. Last episode has over 22,000 likes. Wiz even let me take a 15-minute break to show his appreciation. You guys are playing a pretty serious role in advancing my career. Can we get to 25,000 likes this episode? It would mean the world to me. Also, if this is your first time tuning in, make sure to binge watch all the other episodes by clicking the Desk of Death Battle logo in the upper right corner. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Let's hit that 25,000 likes.